Welcome back to Game with Nicole. Today I want to show you how I build my modern homes in The Sims 4. First, I just want to say thank you to everyone watching my videos and subscribing. This is something I really enjoy doing, and I love that people enjoy watching the things that I create. So thank you so much. Moving on. Modern houses are easy to build, I promise. If this is something that you struggle with, I want you to know you're not the only one, and I've been there too. Learning to build in The Sims is just like any other skill. It takes practice and a good foundation of understanding. Reference photos are very helpful for building. It can be really challenging to come up with builds on your own, especially if you're just starting. So let's get into this. I'm going to start by stacking 2 rooms on top of one another. Really, we should just be focusing on how the front looks. We can fix the back or change the back how we need to make sure it's cohesive for the interior. I'm going to build another section off to the side just to give a little bit more dimension. When you build modern homes, it's really important to use medium or long walls because we want a lot of vertical space to use the bigger windows. Next, we're going to start with a platform. Those are going to be our roofs. Just want to raise it up a couple levels, not too high because the extension that we're building, seen here, we're going to use 2 rooms. I want that to be higher than the other roof. Typically, I'll come out by 2 tiles. I find that works best. We're going to connect them with a platform. Just bring that out a little bit. And make the top with a platform. Raise them up. I want the height to be just about the same as the width of the rooms that I just made. And now we're going to use half walls around these platforms. The reason I'm doing that is because I want these to all look uniform and try my best to make them look all the same color. And now we're going to add another structure over here just to give it a little bit more dimension. Add another half wall. Now for this one, I want to make a platform. Raise it up a bit. We're going to add a half wall. I want to make this a little plant box. So we're going to keep the platform just a little bit lower so it has the appearance of being a little bit sunken in. You can do that for the other extension if you wanted to make a balcony. Now we're going to paint the house. I like to use different textures and colors to make the extensions pop a little bit more. If you're just starting out, black and white is a really good way to start because they're neutral and they're easy to work with. But just for fun, I decided to do blue. And I did that because I already know that my exterior trim colors that are very limited do actually have one that semi-matches what I'm going for. Same with the half wall trim. I have one that's pretty close. And really, it just has to be close. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now, because we all want to make this look like one piece, we're going to look for some flooring that's similar color and just looks a lot more cohesive that way. I'm going to make this extension the same color just to add some unity across the entire building. Again, we want to make sure all the trims match. I'm using some wooden slats here that go vertically to add a little bit of height because that's a shorter piece. Then we're going to take some black flooring and make the roof here. And we're going to select the floor color bottom of the basement for our planters, even though I have a hard time finding them almost every time. And we're just going to change up the trim on some of these structures. Okay, next, we're going to work on our doors and windows. We want to use something that's square because it just goes with the build a little bit better. Something like what you see here. Glass works really nicely, especially if you just want it to blend in with the windows, which really helps in these modern builds. It would be best to make sure that the window trim matches the color of the wall that you're placing it on. And this door is a little bit nicer, so I'm going to use that instead. We're going to use the windows with the blue tint here. I think that looks really nice and futuristic. Add some on the side. Now we're going to do a little bit of landscaping in the front. So you can frame the walkway with a different tone of flooring, or you can keep it all the same. But for me personally, I like to just make the whole property concrete. It's just easier in these ones. Adding some little simple planter boxes, make them match the house. I probably could make them a little bit shorter, but I think these are okay. And we do want to raise them because when we place the plants in them, they'll start clipping through the walls. And personally, it doesn't bother me, but I know it annoys some people. So I've heard. And maybe we'll include the flooring over these planter boxes. Yeah, that looks all right. Just something nice and simple. Okay, so that does it. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.